What if I told you that in just 20 minutes you could activate a hidden code inside your mind capable of bending reality in your favor? This is not exaggeration nor magic. It is science applied to consciousness. There is a silent, almost invisible point where everything you desire is already waiting for you. And today, you are going to access that point. Here you won't just listen to motivational words, you will live an experience that reprograms every cell of your body and every thought of your mind. You are about to install a mental trigger that transforms every idea into instant manifestation. But pay attention, after this you won't be able to return to your old patterns because your vibration will be irreversibly elevated. Before we move on, write in the comments, "I activate my new reality now." This simple gesture creates a point of connection with the quantum field and attracts more people into this same vibration. Let's begin this transformation together. Jacobo Grinberg, one of the greatest researchers of human consciousness, dedicated his life to uncovering the invisible mechanisms that shape reality. While most scientists studied the brain as a simple biological machine, Grinberg went further, exploring the unified field of the mind, the neuronal field, a vibrational structure that connects human beings to the hidden fabric of the universe. According to him, reality is not something fixed and external, but a direct reflection of our perception and the subconscious patterns we carry. Inspired by shamanic traditions and cutting-edge neuroscience, Grinberg showed that it is possible to reorganize matter and time through the mind, collapsing timelines and attracting entire realities based on the frequency we emit. His studies revealed that the ideal moment for this reprogramming occurs in altered states of consciousness, like the one you will experience in this video. This is not a simple meditation. It is a conscious installation of a vibrational program capable of sending direct commands to the quantum field, a tool that has been transforming lives with almost surgical precision. Today, you will not only understand this, you will feel it, activate it, and carry it with you. From this moment on, reality will have to respond to your new signal. You are not trapped in what you live today. At every instant, millions of possibilities are available around you, and all of them coexist in an invisible field that modern physics calls the quantum field. This field is made of pure energy, vibrating at infinite frequencies, and the only thing that transforms it into concrete reality is conscious attention combined with coherent emotion. In other words, what you choose to focus on with intention and feeling begins to structure itself into matter. Jacobo Grinberg already affirmed that what we call reality is not a rigid, fixed structure, but a projection of our own mind, interpreted by the neuronal field. According to him, by changing our perception, we automatically change the very architecture of what we live. Reality, then, is a response, not a destiny. Most people live on autopilot, reacting to external situations without realizing that by doing so, they are only repeating old patterns. This keeps the mind trapped in frequencies that project scarcity, limitation, and stagnation. However, once you become aware of this and deliberately choose a new reality, you change your vibrational output. And the quantum field, like a sensitive mirror, begins to reflect this new choice. Here lies the key point. The field does not respond to superficial wishes, but to the real vibrational frequency you sustain. That is why thinking, "I want prosperity," does not have the same effect as feeling as if you are already prosperous. The field does not respond to what you say you want, but to what you believe you already are. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a radio station. Every thought, every emotion is a frequency. If you are tuned into scarcity, it doesn't matter how much you wish for abundance. You will only hear the sound of lack. But when you change your internal frequency, everything around you begins to vibrate differently. people, situations, opportunities. Everything reconfigures itself. What you are about to do in this process is much more than meditating. You are training your nervous system to vibrate in a new reality, and when that becomes consistent, the field has no choice. It collapses the infinite possibilities and materializes exactly what resonates with your new internal state. Therefore, understanding the quantum field is understanding that reality is malleable and that your consciousness is the mold. With every thought you accept as true, with every emotion you allow to repeat, you are giving form to what is to come. The good news is you can consciously choose, now, and in this very moment, by making that choice with clarity, you are already shaping the field. Transformation begins within, and the field silently obeys. What you think consciously has power, but what is stored in your subconscious commands your reality. And that is why, even with effort, visualizations and affirmations, many people cannot change their lives consistently. The answer lies in the level at which the changes are being made. To alter the external, you must access the internal core, and the most direct path to this is the hypnagogic state. The hypnagogic state is the transition point between wakefulness and sleep. It is the moment when your conscious mind begins to relax and your subconscious mind opens like a portal. It is here that ideas, images, and commands are absorbed with minimal resistance. Jacobo Grinberg identified this state as the moment when individual perception partially dissolves and the connection with the neuronal field intensifies. In this instant, everything internalized begins to restructure your perceptual field and therefore your reality. Neville Goddard, another scholar of manifestation and the mind, called this phase the sacred moment. According to him, any emotionally charged image implanted in this state will inevitably manifest. Not because it is magic, but because the subconscious mind, by accepting a new truth without resistance, begins to operate toward it 24 hours a day, even without your awareness. That is why many patterns of scarcity, fear, failure, and rejection are reinforced every night, without the person realizing it. By lying down, thinking about the day's problems, unpaid bills, mistakes made, or emotional pain, they fall asleep carrying this content into the subconscious. And so, night after night, they reinforce the same vibrational signal, and the quantum field merely responds. But what happens when you use this state consciously? You transform your subconscious into a direct channel of manifestation. At this point, visualization is not just imagining, it is installing. Affirmation is not just a phrase, it is a command accepted as truth. The felt emotion is not just a fleeting feeling, it is the vibrational signature of a new reality about to be collapsed. By applying the guided technique you will learn in this video, you will deliberately access the hypnagogic state. Deep breathing, progressive relaxation, and verbal guidance will gently take you to that threshold. And when you are there, in full connection with the field, you will install the new trigger, the quantum switch. From that moment on, every time you touch the center of your chest and say, "Now," you will instantly return to the vibration of your chosen reality without effort. Reprogramming the subconscious does not require force. It requires precision. And when that precision happens at the right moment, reality does not resist. It obeys. And that moment is now. Imagine if there were an invisible button inside you, capable of instantly aligning your mind, emotions, and actions with the reality you want to live. That button exists, and today you are going to activate it. It is what we call the instant manifestation mental trigger, a symbolic command installed in your subconscious that transforms the vibration of your body into a clear and direct signal to the quantum field. This trigger is not metaphorical. It is functional, and it begins with a simple gesture, the hand over the heart. When you place your hand on the center of your chest and pronounce with full intention the word now, you are activating an internal code that immediately reorganizes your energy. This gesture not only connects you to the present, it also sends a direct message to your subconscious mind. This is the reality I choose now. During the guided session you will experience, this trigger will be installed while you are in the hypnagogic state, where conscious barriers are suspended. The repetition of the gesture and the word, combined with specific visualizations and intense emotion, creates a deep neurological association, and once anchored, this pattern becomes permanent. Your body begins to associate this gesture with a state of total alignment. Your mind begins to respond to it immediately, and the field around you begins to obey. But there is a crucial detail. The power of the trigger lies in intention charged with emotion. The gesture itself is symbolic. What makes it effective is what you feel when you activate it. It is not about repeating for the sake of repeating. It is about recognizing that when you say now, you are stepping into the role of co-creator of your reality. You stop asking and you start commanding. The unconscious loves rituals, and by turning a physical gesture into a personal activation ritual, you create an anchor point in your identity. From that moment on, whenever you feel misaligned, confused, or distant from what you want, simply repeat the gesture and the word, and you will feel your whole body readjust. Your mind quiets, your field reorganizes, and you return to the axis of creation. This trigger also works as protection against self-sabotage. In moments of doubt, fear, or discouragement, by activating it, you interrupt negative mental patterns and reclaim the original vibration of your intention. It works as an energetic shortcut back to your center, your purpose, your new frequency. Now is not just a word, it is a key. And once activated, it cannot be switched off. It becomes part of your inner language, a simple, silent, yet absolutely powerful tool. From now on, you carry with you a direct command of manifestation, and reality is listening. You do not need to wait years for your life to change. The idea that great transformations require time is just an inherited belief. The truth is that at the level of the quantum field, time is not linear. It is a construction of the mind. All realities already exist, vibrating at different frequencies. And when you change your vibration, you literally leap into a new timeline. This is what we call collapsing timelines. Jacobo Grinberg already warned that perception shapes time. When you are in an expanded state of consciousness, you access a reality structure where past, present, and future coexist in the same plane of information. Within this space, time ceases to be a flow and becomes an accessible field. That is why, when you align your mind with the reality you desire, you are not building the path to it. You are directly connecting to the line where it already exists. Think of it this way: you are in a train station with infinite platforms. Each one leads to a different reality, a version of you more prosperous, more confident, more fulfilled. But you can only board the train whose frequency matches your current vibration. If you change your internal state, your platform changes, and the train that arrives is different. When you practice activating the quantum trigger and keep the vibration of the new reality alive within you, the field responds by collapsing the corresponding possibility. There is no need to wait for external signs to believe. The signal comes from inside out, and the more coherent your vibration is, meaning when your thought, emotion, and action are aligned, the faster the new line stabilizes around you. What many people do not realize is that every doubt, fear, or hesitation acts like a frequency oscillation. It is like switching platforms repeatedly, and therefore no train arrives. But when you sustain the new frequency consistently, even without seeing immediate results, you force the field to organize around you. Reality has no choice but to respond. The acceleration of manifestation happens when you break the cycle of waiting. Instead of thinking, when will it happen, you assume it is already happening. This mental posture creates what physicists call the collapse of the wave function, the moment when undefined energy becomes concrete matter. And here is the most powerful point. When you activate the new timeline, the field begins reorganizing people, events, situations, and even obstacles so that everything is in coherence with the new frequency. Life becomes synchronous, time bends, and the impossible moves closer. It is not about chasing the future, it is about vibrating as if the future had already reached you. True manifestation does not begin when you see the results. It begins when reality responds to your new frequency with clear signs. These signs are the vibrational confirmations that the field is already in motion, adjusting everything around you to reflect your new internal choice. Knowing how to recognize them is essential to remain in the flow of transformation without falling back into old patterns. After activating your mental trigger and shifting your vibration, the quantum field begins testing your vibrational consistency. It sends responses, small pieces of evidence that may seem like coincidence, but are actually the new timeline starting to stabilize. These signs may be subtle at first, but they are unmistakable. You meet people who say exactly what you needed to hear. Ideas appear out of nowhere with solutions that once seemed impossible. Repeating numbers show up frequently. Situations begin to align with almost surgical precision. Jacobo Grinberg called these effects modulated responses of the field. For him, reality restructures itself as an echo of the mind. Everything you see around you, especially after deep subconscious reprogramming, is a reflection of what was implanted in your perceptual field. Thus, the signs are not only proof, they are guiding tools. They show that the field is working for you. One of the biggest mistakes people make is ignoring these signs or dismissing them as irrelevant. This causes the subconscious to return to its previous pattern of doubt, interrupting the manifestation in progress. The secret is to celebrate each synchronicity as a milestone, as a reminder that you are on the right path. Every coincidence is, in fact, confirmation. Another important aspect is intuition. After activation, your sensitivity to what resonates with your new frequency intensifies. You begin to feel when something is a vibrational yes, even if it seems illogical. And in the same way, you will notice more clearly what is no longer aligned with your new timeline. People, habits, places, and even thoughts will start to reveal themselves as incompatible with your new state. And this is not loss, it is vibrational cleansing. As these signs multiply, it is essential to remain present and connected to your trigger. Reinforce the vibration by saying now whenever you need to realign your energy. The more times you respond to the signs with confidence and gratitude, the stronger the field becomes around you. It is as if the universe understands. He is ready, she has understood. We can accelerate. So stay alert. The field is already speaking to you. The new reality will not come as a sudden miracle, but as a sequence of precise signs guiding you step by step. And the more you trust, the faster everything falls into place. Reaching a new frequency is not only about attracting what you desire, it is about becoming the type of person who lives aligned with what you chose to manifest. This requires more than techniques. It requires vibrational responsibility. Once you activate a new timeline, the universe responds with precision. But staying in that vibration is a conscious decision, renewed every day. Many people reach an energetic peak, experience synchronicities, feel the field reorganizing, and then fall back into old emotional patterns. Why? Because they did not understand that manifesting is an act of sustaining, not just creating. Manifesting something is easy. Remaining the version of yourself that sustains that manifestation, that is the real spiritual work. Jacobo Grinberg said that the mind is a dynamic field in constant feedback. If you go back to feeding thoughts of scarcity, fear, doubt, or guilt, the field responds. Not as punishment, but as coherence. The universe is neutral. It does not deliver what you want. It delivers what you are. And this requires vibrational vigilance. That is why, after activating the Now trigger, you must understand, it is not about controlling everything around you, but about controlling how you choose to respond to everything that happens. The old reality will try to pull you back. Old patterns will come as tests, but you now carry an inner tool that can realign everything in seconds. Just remember who you are choosing to be. The commitment to the higher self begins when you stop negotiating with your greatness. When you decide you will no longer hide behind emotional excuses, inherited beliefs, or automatic behaviors that no longer fit your new vibration. The higher self does not expect perfection. It expects presence. It expects firmness. It expects continuous intention. The new reality you manifested will not come without the need for adjustments. But these adjustments are not obstacles. They are calls to expansion. Every challenge that arises will, in fact, be an opportunity to anchor your new frequency even more. Doubt will be the invitation to reaffirm your certainty. Delay will be the reminder to hold your trust. Resistance will be the chance to show the field that you are not going back. Committing to your new vibration is committing to what is most sacred within you. It is saying, I am the one who decides what my life becomes, and I no longer align with what diminishes me. From now on, the world around you will only be a reflection of how seriously you take this. And if you maintain this commitment day after day, the universe will not only deliver what you desire, it will make you become the very manifestation of your purpose. Now that the switch has been activated and your mind tuned to the frequency of the reality you have chosen, the next step is simple. Act as someone who already lives this truth. Do not wait for more signs to believe. The signs have already begun. With every gesture, word, and thought, reinforce your new vibration. Use the Now trigger whenever you feel doubt, distraction, or disconnection. It is your point of return, your reminder that manifestation is already in progress. And remember, everything you desire desires you back. The universe is responding with precision, but it requires your active participation. Confidence is action, alignment is consistency, and manifestation is consequence. If this content has touched you in some way, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications. Share this video with someone who needs to awaken to the power they carry within. And write in the comments, my new reality is already active. This is not just engagement, it is a conscious command sent to the quantum field. This is the moment to live in total coherence with your higher self. The field has already heard your signal. Now keep walking, because the impossible has already begun moving in your direction.